Came over, so maybe if we went over and kind of said hello, but I didn't want to touch him because I felt like that was invasive. So my friend and I go a little closer and we're talking to him. "Aren't you pretty boy?" And we're standing maybe like this far, and he's looking and looking, almost like he, come on, come on. We're looking. And then all of a sudden, his eye rolls back in his head like a shark. He grabs the front of the stall and the bars and just shakes it so hard, we both went, "Ah!" and jumped back. And I hear this, "Ha, ha, 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 ha." I turn around and Jerry's standing there. He said, "I was waiting for him to do that to you." He said, "It's a good thing you didn't go any closer." He wouldn't have let us. And we said, "Jerry," and I looked at him and I said, "How in the hell do you go in the stall and put a halter on that?" And he said, "I'll tell you what, Julie." He said, "I called Tom Case. We'd had this horse about 2 weeks. And he had brought him out here to sell him because they had him for sale back there and nobody would buy him. So Jerry sent him some horses he couldn't sell and he sent him horses he couldn't sell. And he said, I called Tom Case and I said, look, if you want me to keep this horse here and sell it, I'm going to have to put some manners on it." Because he said he's hurting my help, and he said he's not safe. And Tom Case basically said, "I don't care what the hell you do with him." So Jerry said we had to put some manners on him. So I said, "Jerry," I said, "please, please, please be careful." Because he had a wife and young children at that time, Missy. So I said, "Now what about that mare?" And he grinned so big because he knew what I meant. I said, "What about that mare?" And he just smiled and smiled. And I said, "Have you driven her?" And he said, "No." "Why not?" He said, "I'll never drive that horse." And he got kind of a funny look on his face. And I said, "Why not?" He said, "That horse was bought for that woman to drive." And he said, "I will never drive her. Missy drives her." And I said, "Wow. Okay." I didn't understand it, but okay. So Santa Barbara comes. And we're just so excited because they're going to show issues and answers. And I don't know how they're going to show him. And they're going to show this mare. Plus they had 2 world champion mares going for the regional championship. And one was Lacey's half-sister that Rot Walker had, and the other one was a ballerina that I think Bob Kellert had. So we go for the halter. It's the mare class, and the lady that's judging is the Pillsbury Doughboy, Pillsbury Queen. That's where her money comes from. And she breeds Morgans, and she's a judge, and no. So the first horse comes out, and she's very saddle-breddy and elegant looking, weighted feet and shoes and a tail up in the air, blah, blah. We don't like her. But she does show real fancy. And then Missy comes out, that's Mahogany Miss, and she looks like a Morgan. But she does have the tall neck, and she's got her tail up, and she's got the weighted shoes, but she doesn't have the big trot like a saddlebred. And then the other horses, there's 4 or 5 other mares in there. She pulls out first place, and it is, I can't think of his first name, Hartman. He lives here in Norco. Bob Hartman, I think, is his name. And it's High Trot Cheyenne. And she's this round Morgan mare, all Morgan, regular tail. Yeah, she's got some long feet and weighted shoes, but nothing. She just beat 2 world champions. The people started booing. The one trainer that used to be with Rock Walker, he was kind of a jerk. He was visibly whipping his leg and hitting the fence and looking up at the crowd. I mean, really being a bad sport. The Kellert was just, and we looked over and saw, I can't think of his name, he sells horse insurance and he announces at the shows a lot. I think it's Bill Hartman. We saw him red as a beet running out of the stands. And so we went running after him. And he was standing down below outside, and we saw him, and we both went up and went, "Congratulations, oh my God." And he's saying, "I don't know if I should be happy or go hide in the bathroom before I get shot." And we're saying, well, you know what, if you think about it, all the horses she breeds and the stallions she stands look like your mare. And he went, you know, you're right. So that was the first big thing at that show. The second big thing is I knew the park saddle class was coming. Oh, that was nice. Wow. And I always let her go slower and don't rush her back into faster. And so all these horses, there's English horses, and all these horses are out in the warm-up arena, and all of a sudden, all these horses are gone. Well, I knew Park Saddle was coming, but they're gone. And I see this horse coming. And it's Jerry on Issues and Answers. Yes, he had downlines over the pole, between the front legs, and this horse was as hard as it could go against them. Who? Radon? Oh, yeah. Okay, Missy was behind him with a buggy whip. And this horse is trying to throw himself over, and she's tapping him on the hocks. And he stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, all the way to the pen. He gets in the pen, and he's trying to get him to trot, and he finally, she stays after him. He gets on the rail. Oh, much better. So he gets him trotting a little bit, and then Missy, the other horses come out, but they don't go in the pen with him. They all go on the outside. And just before he goes in to the arena, she goes over and takes that thing off of him. The horse goes in the arena, and he's walking. Ah. She said, "Did I do good?"